Secret number one is to be able to sell a great product that is able to sell on its own without hard selling. If you are able to sell a product that is in great demand, the best is the product is what everybody needs. Not only that they need it, it has to genuinely help people and easily understood, which means it doesn't need much explanation why they need this product. So this is the product which could help you to sell on its own the moment people see the value it can bring to them, especially to their health. This is a Kangen machine and the model is Kangen 8. In short, it's called K8. So for a product to be able to sell on its own, it needs to be a proven product that can help people. So what's so great about this Kangen machine? Usually this Kangen machine is attached to the tap. First thing, the tap water goes through the filter to remove the chlorine and contaminants, and then this filtered water will go through the 8 pieces of titanium plates, which is medical grade, coated with platinum, and the electrolysis will be done plus the ionization, and this water will be split into the top and bottom holes. On the top right of this video, you see how this whole process is done. The alkaline part will be the negatively charged water and the acidic part will be the positively charged water. So when you press on this button, pH 9.5, it will come out from the top hose and the bottom hose will be pH 4.5. The next button you press, pH 9.0, it will come out from the top hose and the bottom hose will be pH 5.0. So how do you derive this 4.5 or 5.0? The pH added up should be total value of 14. Another example, when you press on pH 8.5, it comes out from the top hose. The bottom hose will be 14 minus 8.5, that is pH 5.5. So pH 8.5, 9.0, 9.5 is Kangen water meant for drinking. And pH 4.5 to 5.5, it is beauty water. It's meant for the skin. And pH 7.0 is called clean water. This is used for medication and baby formula. And this pH 6.0 is beauty water. It is also used to moisturize the skin. And we come to the two unique features of Kangen machine, only available on Kangen machine and not other alkaline water ionizer. This pH 2.5 is strong acidic water. It is used for sterilization, sanitization. In layman term is kill germs, viruses and bacteria. So what's coming out from the top hose when you press the pH 2.5 button? That is the pH 11.5, which we call it strong Kangen water. It is used to remove pesticides from the fruits and vegetables. You notice that there's an asterisk in front of the pH 6.0 and pH 11.5. It is stated as do not drink. It's meant for external use. Not that this water is poisonous, it is just that the pH is meant for external use. And what's coming out from the bottom hose, each of this water has an asterisk next to them. It's meant for external use. The water coming out from the bottom hose is not treated with antibacterial. It is not wastewater. This is not wastewater but for external use. The company who produced this machine is called Enagic. These two photos were taken when we were at a factory in Osaka. We paid a visit to the factory in Osaka in 2017. We witnessed on how they produce the medical grade titanium coated with platinum and how the filters are made and how the machines are assembled at the factory. And this is something which you want to take note. Look at this. In Chinese, it's called 医疗器材制造认可工厂. So in English, it meant medical device manufacturer. So Enagic is the medical device manufacturer and all these Kangen machines are medical device. This Kangen machine has received many certificates. Of all the certificates, these are the three most important ones which make it a sore thumb among other water systems. Because other water system doesn't have these certificates. The first one is ISO 13485. See what is written here. Design, manufacture, sales, servicing, and distribution of electrolysis water generators for medical use. So this is what other water system doesn't have. Look at the second cert here on the left. It's called Water Quality Association Gold Seal Certificate. It is a non-profit organization that awarded a gold seal to Energic system. Sometimes you could be wondering, other water systems also have this seal. Take a closer look at them. You may see the word member stated on it. Member means they pay money to join WQA. But when WQA awarded a gold seal, it's different case. It's not pay money to get it. And 5 of the officers went to Energic to collect the machine, back to WQA to do the test. And after that, they awarded a gold seal to the system because after testing, they certified that the water coming out from the Kangen machine is of gold standard. And after returning the machine, 3 of the officers actually paid money for the Kangen machine and bring them home because they know this machine is really a gem to them because it can produce water quality of gold standard. And these 2 certs on the right is from the JAPA. JAPA stands for Japanese Association of Preventive Medicine for Adult Disease. So it took Energic 5 years to get this endorsed because JAPA doesn't like to endorse product which is related to network marketing. And JAPA consists of 6,500 doctors. So they all endorse Energic system as the best of the best. After they give this cert to Energic, they do endorse another water ionizer company with this certificate. So these 2 certificates is that precious to Energic. This water is endorsed by world-renowned doctors and institute. Take a look at this book. All these are written by doctors. And this book, Killing Cancer Not People, is written by American Anti-Cancer Institute founder Robert Wright. He recommends Kangen machine for cancer patients because it could help them after he did a 4 months research on the water. And this is one of the most significant book by this Dr. Hoyce because he actually did a scientific studies of the water on human tissues, living human volunteers, not animals but human beings. So these celebrities and politicians actually own 1 or more Kangen machine in their house because they know this machine is of great value. So you may want to ask yourself this question: since these very rich people are not doing this business, selling Kangen machine, why do they buy? Because they know this Kangen machine is of huge benefits to their bodies. If you think that this water is for the rich, these not as rich people, why do they buy? This machine is not cheap. Why do they buy? Because they see value in this machine. It is a better water that could help them in their health. If you want to do more research on this water, when you go online, you don't search for Kangen water, alkaline water alone. The scientific for this Kangen water is called electrolyte reduced water. In short, it is called ERW. So add on this keyword PubMed and do a search on Google. You will see tons of studies by the scientists that did their research and post the documents and articles and their findings on PubMed. If you want to find out more on how this water help with particular health issue, just add in the keywords and you'll find lots of them. So introducing this Kangen water, it has 3 properties: antioxidation, alkalization, and microclustering. Look at the bubbles in the water. It is the active hydrogen in Kangen water, freshly dispensed from the machine. That's why you see lots of active hydrogen, which is high in antioxidation. It helps to repair cells. Just now you have seen that this machine can produce 5 types of water. Let's take a look at the first one, Kangen water, which is a pH 8.5, 9.0 to 9.5. So the first properties we mentioned is antioxidation. What's the opposite side of antioxidation, which is oxidation? Effects of oxidation: apple sliced into half. If you leave it exposed to the air very fast, within 10 to 15 minutes it turns brown. That is a result of oxidation. Screws exposed to rain and sun, it will turn rusty. This is oxidation. Aging is also an effect of oxidation. So how do we measure oxidation and antioxidation? We measure in millivolts. In short, it's called ORP. It stands for oxidation reduction potential. So when it is positively charged, it means it is oxidizing, it is inflammatory, and aging. On the left side of this table, when it is negative ORP in millivolts, it stands for anti-oxidizing, anti-inflammatory, and anti-aging. So let's take a look at what are the oxidizing water or fluid or supplements and what are the anti-aging and anti-oxidizing one. Bottled water about 2 to 300 millivolts, which is oxidizing. Tap water about 3 to 400 positive millivolts, which is more oxidizing. And then soda drink is even higher, about 400 to 500 millivolts positively charged. Vitamin C is about negative 50 millivolts. Green tea about negative 100 millivolts. Cod liver oil about negative 200 millivolts. And Kangen water 9.5, freshly dispensed from this K8, it could be more than negative 500 millivolts. And this Kangen water produced from this K8 has a lifespan of 4 days. Let's say when it is freshly dispensed from this machine, it is negative 500. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days later, it will be oxidized. So the best is to drink this water fresh from the machine. Let's take a look at the simple test on this type of water. Which of them are oxidized and which of them are anti-oxidized. This is an ORP meter I'm holding on my hand. When it's positively charged means oxidizing. This tap water is positively charged 306 millivolts. What about this mineral water? Slightly less oxidizing, which is 308 millivolts. How about distilled water? Positively charged about 255 millivolts. Soda drink? Yeah, that is very oxidizing, positive 465 millivolts. Let's come to this Kangen pH 9.5 is negative 748 millivolts. It is very anti-oxidizing, meaning it is anti-aging, anti-inflammatory. You have seen how this product Kangen machine has helped me in my high triglyceride, high cholesterol, diabetes and eczema issue. How many of you would think that I look better after drinking this water for 9 years? We know that we cannot stop aging, but can we slow down aging? So if a product can genuinely help people in this anti-aging, how big is the market? When everybody is talking about antioxidants, anti-aging, and this product produces anti-oxidizing water, which every one of us need. This machine is meant for them. So how big is the market? Especially when 75% of human body is made out of water. Let's come to the second properties of Kangen water, which is alkalization. So this is a pH chart. 7.0, green color is neutral, neither acidic or alkaline. Towards the left, value lesser than pH 7.0 is acidic. The further away from 7.0, the more acidic it is. Value above 7.0 is alkaline. Similarly, the higher the value of the pH, the more alkaline it is. Acidic spells sickness. It could come from acidic food or drink, negative emotion or stress. Alkaline spells health. It could come from alkaline food or drink, positive emotion or healthy activities. Let's take a look at this simple pH test. Notice the bottle I'm holding in my hand is a pH drop to test whether this water are alkaline or acidic. So soda drink is very acidic, about pH 3.0. Distilled water, about pH 4.5. Mineral water here, it is alkaline but oxidizing. Tap water also alkaline but oxidizing. Kangen 9.5 is alkaline but anti-oxidizing. So how did the water help my mom? This is how my mom looks when she was in 2010, 63 years old. 2 years before she actually started to drink Kangen water. And she has been complaining to me she has this gastric issue for 20 over years. Until she drinks Kangen water, 1 month later, she said she has no more gastric attack. That is how she looks in 2016, 4 years after drinking Kangen water. She is 69 years old in 2016. Now we come to the third properties of Kangen water, microclustering. What does it mean? It means this water is small enough for the cells to absorb it. So normal tap water is about 15 to 26 molecules per cluster. This is called macrocluster. When tap water is introduced into the Kangen machine, it goes through ionization, meaning it uses high power to shock the water, which is H2O. It splits into the H plus and OH minus. Because of the split, the pH goes up. Because of the split, the ratio is smaller. It is 4 to 6 molecules per cluster. That's why it is called microclustering. This is a simple test to demonstrate whether the water is macrocluster or microcluster. The one I'm holding in my hand is a Japanese green tea. So to make green tea, usually you need hot water. If the water is at room temperature like this tap water, you won't see green tea essence being drawn out easily from the tea bag. However, this Kangen water pH 9.5 is also at room temperature, but the moment this water is poured into this cup, the green tea essence is being drawn out almost instantly. Maybe you think that the tea bag is not wet enough. Let's try again with the tap water. You don't see much green tea essence being drawn out, correct? Now let's try with Kangen water again. See, the green tea essence is being drawn out even before I put out the cups. Now let's be fair. We squeeze more green tea essence into the 5th cup and evenly distributed in the 2 cups. So logically, when tap water is poured into this cup, the green tea essence will be diluted. What about Kangen water? Notice the green tea essence, the color stays the same throughout. So why is it so? Because the cluster is so small in terms of molecules, it is about 4 to 6 molecules. It is so small that it can actually go into the tea bag and draw out the tea essence. So how does it apply to the user, the consumer? Most people don't like to drink water because after drinking slightly more water than usual, they feel bloated. But this water, because it is microcluster, it is a smaller water. Not only that, the user, the consumer, after drinking this water won't feel as bloated, it actually helps to hydrate the cells a lot easier and helps to detox. That's why later we will see the example how those people who drink Kangen water benefited from it, because it helps to detox at cellular level. That's why you saw my picture just now. Not only that I slow down aging, in fact I slim down also because of the toxins in the body being drawn out by this water through urine, through defecation, through perspiration. So how does Kangen water helps human body? It helps to detox with these 3 properties: antioxidation, with the alkalization and microclustering. It helps in the cells not being oxidized and die so fast. Second, it helps to remove the acidic waste from the body and small enough to go into the cell to remove the acidic waste. So detoxification needs these 3 properties to work hand in hand. So imagine this product, how would it help those people who are really health conscious, who wants to go through detox, who wants to be healthier, and who are particular about drinking healthier water. Now we come to the one of the unique features of Kangen machine, which is the pH 11.5 strong Kangen water. It helps to remove pesticides from fruits and vegetables. Look at the farmer. When they spray the pesticides on the fruits and vegetables, they got to put on a mask because it is poisonous. And they only need to spray on the crops once. Even though it rains for few days, few weeks, few months, they don't have to spray it again because the pesticide is oil-based. So let's take a look at the simple test on how to remove pesticide from the rice and cherry tomatoes. This is how we clean the rice. and the cherry tomatoes, we just pour in the tap water. So in this cup it is sesame oil. We know that oil doesn't mix with water. Oil actually floats on water because of lower density. Next, we use strong Kangen pH 11.5. We pour into this cup with rice. In the cups with cherry tomatoes. And take a look at this. This water can actually emulsify oil. Isn't it amazing? Have you seen water able to emulsify oil? As long as the water cannot emulsify oil, it cannot remove oil-based pesticides. Look at this, all this white foam floating on the water surface of strong Kangen. This is rich contaminants and pesticides. And after soaking the cherry tomatoes in the tap water and strong Kangen, we pour it out. As you can see, nothing changes for the cherry tomatoes with the tap water. And what about this? All this yellowish water is the pesticides on the cherry tomatoes. So nothing changes for the tap water with the cherry tomatoes soaked inside. The water is still clear. And this is a PubMed research on the pH 11.6. Just now we mentioned that Kangen machine can produce pH 11.5, right? How do you produce pH 11.6? You just limit the water flow. It can push the pH higher to 11.6, 11.7. And pH 11.6, ORP, negative 860 millivolts, can reduce the pesticides residues effectively. And it would not result in loss of nutrition. So this is a research on PubMed. So what's the application of strong Kangen water pH 11.5? The consumer can use it for barley. You can remove all these pesticides from the barley. And strawberries, there's lots of pesticides. So soak in 11.5, you can see the pesticides being removed from the strawberries in just a few minutes time. Next, we come to the pH 2.5, which is the strong acidic water used in sterilization. So how effective is this strong acidic pH 2.5? It can kill 99.99% of germs, viruses and bacteria in 30 seconds. It is ideal for open wounds, burns, skin infection, acne, eczema, psoriasis, insect bites, and it helps to stop the bleeding. So look at how the Japan hospital used the pH 2.5 on this gentleman with diabetes issue. His diabetes issue is so bad that it's almost ready for amputation. So they use a pH 2.5 to clean the wounds. Notice the nurse didn't put on any glove when cleaning his leg. And he drinks alkaline water from the machine. After a few months, he managed to save back his leg. He doesn't need to go for amputation. So how much is the value to this gentleman? How much does a leg cost to him? Priceless, right? So this is a lab test on strong acidic water pH 2.5. It can kill in 30 seconds. This states here, Enagic Super 501 strong acidic water 2.5 pH. It can kill in 30 seconds. Super 501 is the commercial model of Kangen machine. And it can kill E. coli Salmonella in a 30-second exposure. So let's take a look at this short video. See how fast this strong acidic pH 2.5 can kill the germs on the microscope. One thing to note about this strong acidic pH 2.5, it is non-corrosive. That's why it's very useful in the sanitizing of the surfaces and the air. So this is the application of strong acidic water pH 2.5. You saw how I use it on my leg for the eczema, and this gentleman suffered from the fire burn, and he uses a pH 2.5 to spray on the wounds, and the wound starts to dry up about 4 days later. And then he also drinks Kangen water another 4 days later, total 8 days. See how fast he recovered from the burn. And eye infection, spray the 2.5 into the eyes 1.5 hours later. How about this domestic helper? What happened to her fingers? She washes the raw prawn barehanded. They turn black, it's very itchy and painful. She got this strong acidic pH 2.5, apply, spray onto her fingers, and look at that, 4 days later, she recovered from that. Another 3 weeks later, she can wash the car. with her fingers bare again. Now we come to the beauty water pH 4.5, 5.0, 5.5 and 6.0. So how useful is this water? pH 4.5 is for oily skin, pH 5.0 is for relatively oily skin, 5.5 for average skin, and 6.0 for dry skin as moisturizer. The lower the pH, the drier it is. So when someone has eczema, the application is to use a strong acidic water pH 2.5 to spray on the infected area first, because it is a sterilizer. Look at this boy. He uses a 2.5 to spray on his face and then use 6.0 after that to moisturize the skin, plus drink Kangen water. See what happened? And these toes belong to my mom. She has this dry skin on her toes for 50 over years. So I let her soak her feet inside this pH 2.5 for about 5 minutes to sterilize, and then let the feet soak inside the pH 6.0 to moisturize the skin for about 15 minutes, 3 times on the same day. Look at what happened to her toes at the end of the day. She was really amazed on how fast this water moisturized the skin on her toes. 7.0 is neither acidic or alkaline, but this water is even better than tap water because it is less oxidized. Tap water is about positive 320 millivolts, but this pH 7.0 is about positive 90 millivolts. It's a less oxidized water. So this is good for taking medication because medication is formulated based on pH 7.0, and it is good for making milk for babies. This water also works for plants which are withering away, so when the correct water is applied to it, it will just resurrect. Similarly, it helps with my fish. This fish cost me $400. The day I came home and saw the fish almost dying, but still breathing. So I thought of, I don't have the medication to save it. Might as well I just change the whole tank of the water to Kangen pH 8.5. Hopefully the antioxidants in the water can save it. And surprisingly, 3 hours later, I managed to save it with Kangen water pH 8.5. So how big is the market? Even aquarium, those people who rear fish can use this Kangen machine not only for drinking, not only for beauty water for the skin, not only for sanitizing, not only for removing pesticides from fruits and vegetables. It works for the plants and animals as well as fish. Any living things that needs water are your potential customers. How does it apply to those bars and wine brewery? They use the Kangen water made into Kangen ice, helps in the hangover and also make the wine taste better. The doctor and dentist are using the strong acidic pH 2.5 to sterilize the surgical equipment and stop bleeding for the patients. The F&B industry, they use it as the secret sauce in their cooking, whether it's a Japanese food, dessert shop, or the beef noodle shop. Because this water has that one properties, microcluster, helps to draw out the essence of the food even better, and the antioxidants in the water makes the food fresher, as well as the alkalization makes the acidic food less sour. The vet using the strong acidic pH 2.5 for the wounds on the animals, in this case on the dog's leg. See, the wounds start to close up after 30 days. So if you do your research online, there are many types of alkaline water ionizer in the market. So how do you choose? So I have prepared a few checklists for you here to help you in your research. There are mainly two types. One is alkaline water system. Another one is the alkalized water system, as in Kangen machines. So the first thing you may want to check is the alkalinity source. Where does the alkalinity come from? For this alkaline water system, the alkalinity comes from the chemical in the filter. And alkalized water system, the pH is due to the split of the water done electrically, and thus the pH value goes up. Next, this is the heart of the machine, which is the ionization plates. When you do your research, Sometimes you will see them besides the plates, they put it as titanium. Check whether these titanium are actually titanium and whether they are of medical grade, safe for drinking. There's no internet police online, so anyone can post anything online. When you really come to choose a real water ionizer, this is of ultimate importance because you don't want to sell a product that could just not doing good for the consumer. This Kangen machine, the plates used is of medical grade titanium, so the price is already a big difference in terms of these titanium plates. And the plates are soaked in platinum, not sprayed with platinum. The power and current of this alkaline water system usually is low. Alkaline water system like Kangen machine is high power, high current. The water inlet hose, the diameter is small, about average 4 mm, so the flow is also small. Kangen machine is, the hose is of 9 mm in diameter. And usually the alkaline water system add in the calcium and magnesium to make the water alkaline and antioxidized. They are either added into the filter or in the form of calcium stick. So you can check out on this. Kangen machine doesn't add calcium and magnesium. They use the ionization to increase the pH and the antioxidants. Calcification removal method, this alkaline water system doesn't have it. So how important is this? Later we will tie everything together so you have a better idea. The pH range usually is pH 3.0 to 10.5. You can only sanitize using pH 2.7 and below. And you can only emulsify oil, remove pesticides with pH 11.5, not 10.5. So let's take a look at how all this come into picture. To do ionization, the machine needs high power, high current. Why do this alkaline water system use low power? It's simply because of the plate material. This is the biggest cost when it comes to making the machine. So to save on the cost, usually they don't use a very good grade metal plates, as in like medical grade titanium. So when the plate material is not of good quality, high power and high current will just cause the metal plates to melt and could just cause heavy metal poisoning. So these companies usually don't want to cause such issue to the consumer. So they use a low power and current. So when the power and current is low, the pH is not high, the antioxidants is not high. They're adding calcium and magnesium to make the water antioxidized and alkaline. And because this low power and low current, ionization cannot be done thoroughly, the only way to have a better ionization is to limit the water flow. That's why the water inlet hose is small in diameter. So usually when the flow of the water is low, the water may just taste fishy. And because ionization will definitely cause calcification, whereby the calcium will form on the plates. It will kill the active hydrogen in the water. Using a cheaper metal plates cannot do this calcification removal method using the citric acid because the acidity is just too strong for this metal plates. So without any calcification removing method, the machine cannot perform at tip-top condition. Thus the quality of the water will drop over time, and usually the effectiveness of the water will be affected. So this type of machine usually lasts about 6 months, and the longest I have seen is about 2 years. After that, they just produce filtered water with calcium inside. And Enagic Kangen machine, because it allows calcification removal method, whereby the consumer can do it through monthly e-cleaning and yearly deep cleaning, this machine is built to last 15 to 20 years. So these are the plates opened up from the various type of machine by me, and the factors affecting quality of ionized water. First one is the power. Just now we mentioned it needs to have a high power, high current. Second one, and third one, the plate material and quality, and the size of the plates. And the last one is the total surface area. So look at these plates. Open up from one of the machine. here, I lightly touch the plates and then see what comes out from the plates. Imagine the consumer drink from such water ionizer. What will happen to their health? And this is from the V brand water ionizer. Back to this total surface area, don't just look at the number of plates that state on the website, because it can be that small. They put in so many plates, 9 plates, right? But look at the size versus to the 7 plates. Not to mention the material yet. So you have seen that this Kangen machine is a proven, built to last product and genuinely help people. So this is the secret number 1. This is the machine that can help you to be able to sell on its own without any hard selling. Because when people see the value in this product, they will just buy.